bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's good? Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 100.7 The Score mobile app, and on television. Hey, Mom. Fox 34 News now. YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. A lot of different ways you can take us in, however you're doing so. We thank you for making us part of your Tuesday afternoon. Alongside Trent Hilliard, I'm Chois Woodman, Lucas White, across the way taking care of us. You can also join the conversation. Your thoughts, comments, questions, anything and everything, welcome there on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, you can take the app anywhere with you. Even listen in out in Waterflow, New Mexico.
I would like to see water flow in New Mexico.
It would be very nice to have any sort of water around these parts.
It would.
You know, it's been kind of dry lately. What's up, Trent? How are you?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm good.
Good.
You feel all awkward and weird and don't know what to do with your hands right now because
it is. It's a little different.
Everybody's starting up school and going to in-service and this and that, and you're just sitting here doing radio.
Exactly. I got a couple of texts yesterday from people saying, you're a scum. You're not here, loser.
Loser.
So
that's funny.
Yeah, that was nice. I enjoyed it.
You should make it like an AI photo of you on a beach or something.
All right. Yeah.
Just send it back to them just for fun. So it is kind of school starting up. Some schools start tomorrow, right?
Yeah, LISD and Cooper both start with kids tomorrow, is my understanding.
Take that.
So everybody prepare. The roads will be very busy.
Oh, my gosh, I know.
Very busy.
I really hope I remember that. I live out by near Cooper High School, so I hope I remember tomorrow morning because there's a way I go when school's in and a way I go when school's not. So I hope I remember to go to the correct way.
Especially the first day. Everybody's taking all their kids to the elementaries and dropping them off and all that.
Walking them in.
Yeah. Day two, it's get on the bus and go. But day one, got to go the photos and everything.
Yeah, so that's happening. So hopefully everybody got to enjoy their summertime because it comes to an end for a lot of people. Fall camps are starting up or have been underway for a lot of football teams. I mean, we got scrimmages next week. We got all sorts of things. And, of course, Texas Tech football fall camp is underway now as they I think they have an afternoon practice about 4 o'clock today.
They're full pads now, right?
Yeah, I think today is. Yeah. Was it yesterday or today? That's the first full pad practice. One of the two.
Yeah.
So it is. It's go time. Football has finally gotten here. We got NFL preseason games this week. I don't know if I'll watch, but it's one of those things that if I'm just not doing anything, actually on Saturday, there's no way I'm watching, but. If I'm just sitting around, I'll turn on a preseason game. But it, by no means are preseason games appointment television.
No. But it's better than watching, some random movie or TV show for the fifth time. So hey, all right, something new, something different. So
I went on a little excursion this past weekend, and on the plane on the way there and back, I'm like, okay, everybody's all about this Spider-Man thing. So I caught up. I decided I'm going to catch up on these Spider-Mans of Good. Tom Holland. So I went and watched, and I'm so lost in the second and somewhat lost in the third one. Apparently, you have to fill in the cracks in between the Spider-Mans with Avengers movies so you understand everything. And I'm like, golly. So this just turned in from a 3-movie thing to get all the way prepared to like a 8-movie thing. And I'm like,
There's a 5-year gap. You've got to kind of figure out how that works.
Yeah. There's so much going on. So I caught up on the 3 Spider-Mans, but now I guess I don't know. Maybe there's enough there to watch this new one.
It's a good movie. For sure.
Worth going to theaters to see?
It is worth going to.
Man, they are packed. I looked on Sunday afternoon. I'm like, well, what if I go see it? And it was like every single one. There's 50 shows on Sunday, and they're all single seats left.
We went Friday night about 9, and there was probably about 70% full.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, it was definitely worth going to.
So, are you caught up on all your Spider-Mans?
I am.
Are you? Okay.
I am.
Have you gone to the new one?
I haven't seen the new one yet. No.
Okay.
But
Kinda
no,
wait until
all
it dies down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, we've done all the
Avengers too.
Yes.
Dang.
Yes. Yeah, we are
behind Trent.
all in on all the Marvel.
Yeah.
And caught up and now trying to figure out.
Is your wife all in on Marvel too?
Oh, she's more than
Really?
She's the one who. Oh, she's
Wow.
kind of the sci-fi and the Star Wars, Star Trek, all that stuff.
Wow.
And so,
okay.
So yeah, I've jumped on board with that and really enjoyed the Marvel universe.
There you go. Okay.
And yeah, we're all in. We going to the next one, trying to figure out now because they have a little bit of I think Avengers Doomsday's coming out in November, and so now it's kind of a crossover deal with stuff. And we're like, oh gosh, we got to go all in over here on this other. So what do we have to do?
I know. Now I've got to catch up to that.
Yeah,
and
that's where they get you.
It is. I think you're only making an investment for one set of movies, and then I'll watch Avengers and not get all the stuff from Thor or Iron Man and have to go watch those movies. And yeah,
if you need any help, I've got the complete 20
Do you
DVD.
really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's a thing, huh?
you can even watch the behind the scenes stuff.
That's
so.
crazy. That's crazy. Awesome. Well, I mean, I should have done all of this summer. Now it's football season,
Right.
and there's not as much time to sit around and watch movies. I should have done it in the catch-up time during the summer, but
Like you had plenty of off time.
yeah, I mean, I might have traveled a little too much. I do this every time.
You can catch up on Fridays now that you're
Right.
here.
That's what it is. Yeah. Now I'm back on Fridays. God, it's gonna be hard for me to work a full week.
Yeah, I know.
Every week from moving forward. No, I am like most. I am ready for football season. I've enjoyed time where it's downtime in the summertime, but I am so ready for, especially this off season, as tumultuous as it's been,
Yeah.
and just so much talk and chatter and fake news. I can't do I was going to do the Donald Trump, but the fake news out there. I'm ready for football season to just be able to sit and talk about football games.
I can't imagine how those coaches feel too about saying, "Oh gosh, finally,
hungry,
let's
I'm
just
sure.
spot the ball."
Spot the ball, indeed. Let's do it. Except if you're USC, A&M, or one
Right.
of those schools that doesn't want to play Texas Tech. We'll get into that. More from that Brett McMurphy article.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for joining us on this Thursday, August the 11th. That's a lie. It's a Tuesday, actually. I didn't mean to make people excited. It was later in the week. Chois Woodman, Trent, Hilliard, Evelina Bogshoots. I didn't say your name right. Did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. German last name. I told her I'm learning
You're gonna
her.
say it with a German accent?
Oh, I would let her do that. Come on.
I don't have one. So.
Oh, okay. Darn it. Y'all keep hitting this up. Yeah, I always call all the interns just intern, first name, whatever. And then if they get hired here, then
You struggle.
I learn their last name, and I'm like, your name's that? No, it's good. good. Okay, we'll get to a few more of your thoughts on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. First, I want to get Trent's take on what could be perceived as my bad takes. Trent, I'm a big list guy. I put out a top 10 list every month on the 10th, and it can be anything from road trip snacks to what we did yesterday, which was college football's most overrated and annoying traditions. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go through these, and I want you to tell me if you think they are actually overrated or if you like them or if they belong on this list or not.
Okay.
All right. At number 10, I went with, which, by the way, you can see this at doubleTSportsNetwork.com. Number 10 is Notre Dame. They play a song every game called Shipping Up to Boston by the Dropkick Murphys. Now, the Dropkick Murphys are a Irish punk band, so that's the tie-in, but I think they could have picked any other song. I mean, they're 1,000 miles from Boston. It's just kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I agree.
It's probably a little picky. Kansas State. Most people don't even know this one, so maybe it's not overrated. They have a Harley-Davidson Day every year, in which I think I've been for 2 of them over the years, and they bring in 100+ motorcycles that just ride around the perimeter of the field in the pregame, and it just sounds like a monster truck rally. And I get annoyed like in a pregame show because we're trying to talk and it is super loud, and I don't know. I just think it's weird. If this was in Sturgis or something, it'd make more sense. But I don't know. Maybe Manhattan, Kansas is more of a hog hub than I realized. But
see, I can something unique like that.
It is unique.
Yeah, I'm good for it.
Okay. Georgia, Ugga. It's a dog that sits and sleeps for most of the game. And this kind of goes with Reveille and Bevo and any of these others where you don't actually do anything.
Right.
Like the Masked Rider runs. Ralphie runs. There's, I don't know, these live mascots that just sit on the sideline and do nothing. I mean, if you're Mike the Tiger at LSU and you're actually a tiger, that's a little different. It's kind of cool. And they do a tradition with that one where it eats meat in the shape of the, like, spelled out Alabama or something every game, which is pretty cool. So I just think Ugga is overrated.
I would say the USC Trojan horse would fit right in there.
Oh, wow.
Because what does it do?
Actually, nothing.
I mean,
they go. I guess the horse just stands there because the guy goes and stabs midfield before the game, right? The Trojan does.
But did they steal that from Florida State?
I don't know which one came first.
You know, Florida State, at least they ride out there on the horse.
That's one of the most amazing entrances.
And that's the thing is that's a fairly new one because I remember back when Tech played USC back in 78, 79, a home and home with them. That at that time, those were the only 2 horses, mascots. And so, but you just don't see the Trojan. What does it do? Just kind of hangs out, and you can do a lot with a horse. We know that.
We know that. Speaking of stealing things, Oklahoma State, Xerox U. Oklahoma State, they're overrated because they've swiped the Spirit Rider from the Masked Rider, and their hand sign, the pistols firing, didn't come around until 2001 when Texas Tech has been doing it since the 50s.
Yeah, that's a bad look when you're trying to steal someone else's stuff and can't get original.
Number 6, the cowbells. Sorry, Lucas, at Mississippi State. Sorry, cowbells are a high school tradition. They're annoying noisemakers and completely unnecessary. It's a high school thing.
Makes me think of Tyrone Thurman's mom. I think she used to do the pennies. Bring the big jug of pennies and rattle it in the stands, even at Tech. And
that's great.
Something that they brought from Midland Lee, and I'm
sitting here
did that. But you go cowbells.
I want the third down clickers back, though. So I'm speaking out of both sides.
The biggest thing on the Cowbells is that they gave them an exemption and said they can do it.
Right.
But nobody else can have artificial noisemakers, which aren't all noisemakers pretty much artificial. But,
Nope.
Yeah, I don't understand the exemption for them on that.
Or the paddles at OSU.
Right.
Number 5 on our most overrated and annoying traditions. This one definitely qualifies more in the annoying, but I think it's somewhat overrated. Calling the Hogs at Arkansas. It's very annoying because it means they're doing well in a game against your team. It's kind of anticlimactic to me. It's just very calm, and they do the woo pig suey thing. It's like, in unison. I
can remember when Tech fans, back when they were in the conference and we'd be at Reunion Arena for the basketball tournament or something, Arkansas, always one of the favorites, get knocked out or something like that. And Tech fans would do calling the Hogs to basically, hey, y'all join us and cheer for us because you're there without a team. And, they called it Barnhill South and all that. So, I can be okay with calling the Hogs because there's a little bit of a Tech connection, and we us Arkansas kind of felt together.
Okay. I don't feel that anymore.
So
we played them in enough things that
no. When they bolted for the SEC, it's no togetherness.
So my bias might be hanging out a little bit, especially on the final ones here. Number 4, Bangin' Bertha at Texas. It's a freaking big drum. What's the big deal? It's a big old drum they bring out on the field. Come on. Number 3, A&M midnight yell practice. Some people say this should be number 1. You have to practice to do your chants. If you listen to the oddities and weirdness of their chants, I guess there is probably need for practice there because there's a lot of weird cultish crap. But
I would say you could probably have a top 10 overrated traditions and
just
Aggies, be A&M.
Just the Aggies, absolutely.
Just A&M.
But I chose the midnight yell practice there. Number 2, Texas Christian and their stupid Hypnotoad and Riff Ram Rah whatever chant. They literally make up a bunch of gibberish. You couldn't come up with real words for a chant. And then the Hypnotoad thing is psychedelic, literally. I mean, it looks like you're on mushrooms to be able to understand what's going on their video board.
And you could probably add the little steam engine toad thing on there, too. There's some strange things going on there in Fort Worth.
And the most overrated tradition in college football, which is fairly new tradition, came in with this new stadium, I believe. It could have been before, but I'm not certain on that. The Baylor line. They gather up a bunch of freshmen, throw them in the same practice jerseys, and then put them in a cattle pen, and then release them to run before the game. I don't know. Here's the deal. When Baylor's good and they actually have a bunch of students, it looks okay.
Right.
But most of the time, this Baylor line is very thin, and you got a few hundred people or less than a. I mean, it's not
is it just
very
the
many.
Freshmen that do it?
I believe it is just the freshmen.
I think the old line part of it used to be they would form a line, a run-through line.
They do ultimately form the line after they run out.
And that used to be the deal, and then they go find their seat or whatever. But, it's overrated. It's just fun to watch and see how many of them are going to fall as they run across and then cause others to fall. So, it's a little bit entertaining.
Any I missed that should be on there? Or
anybody that has a blackout that doesn't have black in their uniform.
That's a good one.
I would say,
I like that.
Yeah, any of that.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Were you two just playing rock, paper, scissors over there?
We were.
To see who gets to pick or who has to pick?
Well, how many we are going to.
Okay.
Because she wanted to do them, so she'll get some, I'll get some.
There we go. They're sharing over there. It is time for blind projections. Jamie, I believe we've done 9 of these up to this point.
Okay.
So this will be our 10th of the year.
It's like past halfway.
It is past halfway. So with that,
That was math on the fly.
that was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Need to learn from you, Grasshopper. With that, that means 6 of our games today have already been selected.
That's good. Makes it easy.
It does make it a little easier. Jamie, you'll go first. I'll pick second, and Lucas third. We're picking every game in the Big 12 Conference this year, or played by Big 12 Conference teams. And we've arrived at the Houston Cougars so far. The best record we've had up to this point is Texas Tech at 12-0. The worst record, the Kansas Jayhawks at 2-10. Houston should be interesting because they're expected to be a conference title contender. We'll start off with Oregon State in Houston on September 5th. This is an 11 a.m. kickoff. Jamie, who you got?
I will take the Cougars.
Cougars for Jamie. I will also take the Cougs as they warm up Oregon State for Tech.
Both agree that Houston's going to win.
Okay. 1-0 start. Then they play something called Southern. It's a Louisiana school, I believe.
I was thinking Houston area, but I could be totally wrong.
I'll take your word for it. You seem right.
I really have no idea, but I do know that Houston is going to win the game.
Doesn't matter where they're from.
Yes.
Cougars are going to win. I agree with you. Lucas and Evelina.
Houston.
Southern,
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, there you go. I was not wrong this time.
Way to go.
Wins 2-0. Then week 3 happens. It is Houston at Texas Tech on a Friday night. We have all selected this game in previous weeks.
The Donovan Smith Bowl.
I guess so. Is he
Isn't
the
it-
only one that's crossed? Surely there's another player.
No,
there's
there was
another
there was
receiver.
another guy on last year's team, yeah.
Oh,
fun-
A.J. Holmes Bowl.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
It's funny to think
would.
that Donovan scored an overtime touchdown to beat them.
against Houston. That's
Yeah.
what's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We all selected the Red Raiders to win.
Okay. We all are smart people.
That's kind of how I look at it. So a 2-1 start for Houston. They're 0-1 in conference play. Then they travel. This one's an odd one. They go to Georgia Southern, Jamie.
That is an odd one.
It's odd because most of these games for Power 4 programs have gone away.
I feel bad for the kickers there. The ball does not travel in the air very well.
Really?
Yeah. Just ask Jace Young.
I never remember correctly if that was Georgia Southern or Georgia State. I mix those schools up every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern. Jamie, who you got?
I got the Cougars winning on the road.
I'll take the Cougars over the Birds of some sort.
Houston.
3-1. We all have already picked UCF in the past, the UCF game, I should say. And we chose the Cougars to beat the Knights. So that is 4-1. We all have selected the Kansas State game in Manhattan. Jamie, do you remember what you picked?
No?
Well,
Kansas State.
You chose Houston.
That's what I said. Houston.
I chose K-State, and the producer chair chose Houston. So it is a Houston win. Versus Oklahoma State on Saturday, October 17th. All 3 of us selected the Cougars to win at home over Oklahoma State. Make it a 6-1 start. Houston's bowl eligible through 6 games. Then it gets maybe a little tougher at Utah. Jamie, do you remember what you chose in this one?
Utah.
You did choose the Utes. I also chose the Utes. And Joel at the time chose... Lucas is rolling his eyes. He chose Houston.
Okay. All right.
He was very down on Utah. He had Utah at like a 7-5 record. So there's the first loss since playing Texas Tech. Then it's Cincinnati. We have not selected this game yet. Cincinnati or Houston in Houston, Jamie.
Cougars.
Cougars, I will also go with Cougs.
Houston.
Cougars, but no tail. At Colorado. Ooh, he's thinking about this one.
Give me the Buffs.
Wow, okay. I'll take Houston.
Houston.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it. Another win for Houston. At West Virginia, we've all already selected this one, and we chose Houston to win. Lucas is disagreeing with that one, too. And then the Baylor Bears to close out the regular season on Thanksgiving weekend. Who you got, Jamie?
I will take Houston.
I'll take Houston.
We'll take Houston.
They will take Houston as well. Collectively,
It's funny. Lucas keeps saying we. Like he's got a mouse in his pocket or
he's
something.
got multiple personalities over there. Lucas and Evelina. Collectively, Jamie, we have the Cougars at 10-2 and 7-2. A lot of people think that's a real possibility.
I do.
Most people have Houston either 9-3 or 10-2.
But
Jamie?
I have them at what? 8-4?
No, you had 9-3.
9-3.
You have a loss to Colorado, loss to Utah, and a loss to Texas Tech.
I picked them to beat Kansas State.
You did originally a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So 9-3 for Jamie, 6-3 in conference play. I went with Houston to be also 9-3, 6-3. Head yum, Lucas. 11-1 for Houston. The funny thing is, Lucas doesn't have full control over this because he's not in that chair every day. So,
True.
so it's been a combination of Evelina, Lucas, Joel, Ben. I think that's all the ones we've had pick. I've written down who.
It's basically who's who of Lubbock celebrities.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. So 11-1 and 8-1. There's a real chance if that were to happen, Jamie. And some people say that would be Houston's only loss. If they were 11-1, they could still miss the conference title game.
It's possible, but
If Tech goes 12-0 and BYU goes 11-1 or 12-0, Houston could end up
yeah, even if
missing out.
even if BYU goes 11-1, but their loss is to Notre Dame.
True.
Yeah.
Which is a possibility.
Non-conference loss.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So, man, can you imagine how dejected you'd feel if you were 11-1 and missed the conference title game? Because
Yeah, especially if your only loss was to an undefeated team on the road.
then it'd be very interesting to see how the committee judged them.
I'm sure those SEC folks would say, you know what, that's three really quality
Yeah.
teams. We should put all three of them in.
I think there's a real chance with the way schedule's set up that the Big 12 could get two this year. I think it's a real possibility. That being said, you had two 11-1 teams in the conference title game last year, and you didn't get the respect to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost takes a 12-0 team in the Big 12 championship. Or maybe if Texas Tech was 12-0 and you lose to BYU,
Maybe.
maybe that's how it happens. But, man, I don't want to test anything. I don't want to leave anything up to fate. I want Texas Tech to win the Big 12 championship. You get the auto bid, and I would still there's certain teams I'd be like, yeah, I'd like for other Big 12 teams to get through.
Houston's not one of them.
Houston, I'm fine if they're sitting out.
Yeah.
But the more 10, 11 win teams you have in your league, it doesn't matter how many crappy teams you have at the bottom. We've seen this time and time again in the other conferences. The more 10-1 or 10, 11 win, 12 win teams you have in your league, the more respect you'll get. I think you're going to have a decent amount of double-digit win teams this year. We shall see. It's the bottom line. We'll get a question of the day from somebody next on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Glad to be part of your Tuesday afternoon. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score. All right, this live studio audience thing is a bad idea. He's Jamie. I'm Choice. Lucas Evelina across the way taking care of us. Y'all continue to bring in thoughts, comments, questions on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll catch up on some of those in a moment. But first, a question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
Jamie.
Yes,
Lucas,
Choice.
Our fine listening audience. I'm going to ask you kind of a weird question. Okay?
Okay.
This is as, as your judgment as you want on this. Each person answer for your own team. So, Jamie, you are the Bills. Lucas, you can pick one of your 15 teams. Just kidding. Go with the Chargers because that's your number one. And I'll answer with the Cowboys on this. If Patrick Mahomes had landed on the Bills, Chargers, or Cowboys, how many Super Bowls would he have right now?
I would guess a couple.
Because fit matters so much in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Josh Allen, a lot of people say he's been just a defense away or some receivers away at different times or some clutch moments away. But you think he would have multiple Super Bowls with the Bills up to this point?
Patrick Mahomes, yes. I don't think he would be the megastar that he is because, and I say that to give credit to Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid was the perfect guy for Patrick Mahomes. I think they're really good together. I don't know that in Buffalo he would have had the great offensive mind that he had with the Chiefs that, he meshed so well with that allowed him, Mahomes, to be a factor in that creativity and all of that. So when I say I think the Chiefs helped Patrick too, I mean that's to give credit to Andy Reid. I don't think it's all about Patrick. But I also think Patrick is, clearly he's been helped by having one of the greatest tight ends in the history of the game. I mean, Tyreek Hill, when he was healthy and all that, was a superstar for them as well. And later on, Mahomes has had the benefit of having a really, really good defense. That's kind of come at the same time where his offense wasn't as great, but the defense, has gotten a lot better. So I think the Chiefs deserve some credit, not just for drafting Patrick Mahomes, but they deserve credit as an organization of putting some good pieces around him.
Sure.
But I think the Bills roster would have been. Well, first off, Patrick Mahomes with the Bills wouldn't have had to play Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs.
Very fair.
And so, obviously, that kept the Bills out of the Super Bowl a bunch of times. But I also feel like the Bills kept themselves out of the Super Bowl a few times.
So you're saying 2?
Yeah, 2 is my number. I think he'd won a couple at least.
Lucas?
1.
1 with the Chargers?
1. He would, if we were going through the actual timeline, he would have been drafted in 2017, would have been behind Phillip Rivers. But in that scenario, the Chargers would not have drafted Mike Williams.
Okay.
So I think the defense was pretty good. Injuries are definitely the curse for the Chargers. But outside of the Super Bowls, I would like to think that Mahomes would give Keenan Allen substantial better statistical numbers, have a few more touchdowns, more yards. So I think if one Super Bowl would be great, but I think it would give not just Keenan Allen, but Antonio Gates and other guys around the team better numbers to kind of improve their career. So, but also I think the scheme could have been a lot better with Mahomes. Obviously, we know how Phillip Rivers can't run for anything. So adding Mahomes in the pocket would put him more of a running quarterback, but also have a cannon for an arm. So one Super Bowl, but more statistically better numbers for everybody else around Mahomes.
Jamie, I might be a little crazy here. I think the Dallas Cowboys would have three Super Bowls still with Patrick Mahomes. I think he would get all three.
3.
Yeah. The Cowboys, during the time that Mahomes has been in the league, have had 4 division championships since he's been a starter in the league. He won the division 4 times and just not been able to do anything in the postseason. And to me, that's just the difference. 3 of those, you were 12-5.
Yeah.
So you're set up still for success. Not to mention what he could have done in the regular season for you to help those records even more.
Here, I mean, I'll let Lucas judge in his way on this, but I'll just speak for the Bills. I don't think Buffalo hasn't been advancing to the Super Bowl because of poor quarterback play. Josh Allen has not been the problem. Dak Prescott has not been great in the postseason.
Yeah.
So that's where you look at the Cowboys and feel like Mahomes would have been a big difference.
Huge difference, yeah.
I think Mahomes would have given you more than Josh Allen, don't get me wrong. I just don't know that it's the bigger difference like with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think that's probably about
There's probably
right.
Dak Prescott fans out there that don't like that comment, but
I think I think what you said is completely fair. Dak Prescott has been a really good regular season quarterback for most of his career. But when there's no denying what's happened in the postseason. Now, one of those games you gave up 48 points to the Packers, and
yeah,
I mean,
it's hard to blame him.
Mahomes would have had to go Texas Tech mode and try to outscore. But I legitimately think 3 championships would have been a reality if Mahomes was with the Cowboys, because I do think you had some good offenses and good pieces around. Now, since in the last couple of years, the defense has been really rough. So I'm not saying it would have been perfect or if you would have made it as far in the playoffs as the Chiefs have every year. But I still think he's a generational quarterback.
Yeah.
If not more than that.
Be hard to argue with that.
I agree with Jamie. I think, yes, the quarterback play is not the issue for the Bills. I would say the same for the Chargers. I love watching Justin Herbert play. He's a 300-yard passing quarterback a game. Besides the injuries, like I've mentioned, I think the multiple coaching staff rotations in L.A., with Herbert having to learn different schemes and different coordinators, I think that's the way the NFL is. You've got to adjust to the new coaching staff, but having multiple ones for a quarterback that's only been in the league for 6 years, that's asking a lot.
So that's where, Lucas, being the Chargers, he's had to deal with him in his division.
In the division, yeah.
Okay.
So that
again, as I say, with if he was on the Bills wouldn't have had to beat him.
Right. It's just like
the Chargers had to do it in the regular season a bunch of times, and so, yeah.
It's just like playing against Tom Brady all the time. It's like, it's the same sort of conversation. But the NFL preseason starts up this week, and we'll have Chiefs games for you again this year. You'll hear the Chiefs-Rams. So Mahomes up against the Super Bowl favorites. It's preseason. We'll have it for you at 2 o'clock on Saturday. We also have Cowboys and Seahawks Saturday night on Double T 97.3. Got a dad joke or two coming your way next. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is time for Tell Me I'm Wrong, part of the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Jamie, Choice, and Lucas with you. Jamie, where are you taking us today?
I am taking you to the NFL.
Wow.
Okay? You got me going with the NFL.
Okay.
And so I am here today to ask you this question, Choice. No, I'm not asking a question. I'm making a statement.
You're making a statement, yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys
Heard of them?
will be an improved football team in 2026 from where they were last year at 7-9. They will get themselves above 500 this year,
Let's go.
and they're still not going to make the playoffs. Tell me I'm wrong.
So above 500 can just obviously be 9-8.
Mm-hmm. You're 7-9 last year.
No, I think the Cowboys are better than that. So I will. A lot of the. What was the win total I saw earlier? I think a lot of the projections, the analytics have the Cowboys as a 10-ish win football team. So
It's probably about where I would be.
So I think with 10 wins, you're going to get in the postseason. The NFC is too just open. In my mind that you wouldn't get a wild card spot. I don't think you're winning the division. I think Philadelphia is still going to win the division, but
I just think the NFC is really, really good.
I think so too, but I think there might be some. I don't know if you'd call it cannibalization or not, but I think there'd be enough where good teams will beat good teams, and you end up with a lot of records around 10 wins.
Maybe so.
So I'll say you're wrong just for the playoff part. Because I think
Okay.
they get in and lose in the first round, because that's the life of a Cowboy fan.
Lucas?
A lot of years.
I'm going to say you're wrong as well. I do think that the Cowboys will make the playoffs. I do stand around the 9-10 win mark. I know the NFC East only had the Eagles make the playoffs, while the NFC North had the Bears and the Packers. I think that's going to be swapped this year. I think the East is going to have two teams in the playoffs, and the NFC North is going to just have their divisional winner. So that more than likely it'll be the Eagles and the Cowboys making the playoffs out of the East. And then the West will still have, I don't know, the West could have definitely two, maybe. No, I'll say two for sure.
Okay, so if you were to now, the two of you,
See?
pick the 7 teams, still 7, right? That hasn't changed.
That's
Makes
still,
the playoffs in the NFC. Who are those 7? And remember, you have to pick a division winner. So pick your 4 division winners first. Start there.
Okay.
I'm just going to repeat
Rams.
from last year.
You're going to repeat with last year?
Yeah, the Eagles, Bears, Panthers, and Seahawks.
I'm going to go Rams, Eagles. I'll go Packers. No, I think the Lions will. I think the Lions will win that division this year. Who am I missing?
South, where they had 3, 8, and 9 teams
Yeah, I was about to
tied
say.
for the division lead last year.
No wonder. I think it's the Bucks.
Okay, I'm pretty close to choice. I've got Eagles. I'll take Packers, Bucks, and Rams. All
Okay.
right?
So really
Okay.
close there. And then
So
the
that's
3.
4 division winners. Now you need 3 wild cards. I
I'll
think
go Seahawks, Cowboys, and 49ers.
I'll go Cowboys, Rams, Packers.
Okay.
Seahawks, Bears, Lions for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, Seahawks, Bears, Lions. Those are my 3.
So you left 49ers out.
I left the 49ers out.
You left the Lions out.
No.
No, Lucas did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cowboys,
Yeah, I do
Cowboys are
think-
right there on the edge of
I
that.
think it's a deep league, so you
Yeah.
could be a 10-win team and get left out. That is a possibility.
I think it's way better than. Before I dig too deep into
The
it, I think it's
AFC.
way better than the AFC.
I agree with that. Yeah. Now we'll
I think
see how some of that goes. Obviously, with who's going to be improved, and because there will be. It was weak last year. I do think that the AFC was, and I think that it'll improve. There will be a team or two that.
who's the favorite in the AFC? I think it's the Broncos.
The Ravens are projected as the highest win total. So I don't know if that's a Super Bowl favorite, but they're projected for the highest win total.
And what did the Ravens add that turned them to that? I know they were really banged up last year, but
Diego Pavia, and then they cut him.
the Pavia factor.
Yeah.
Just cutting Pavia.
Cutting
makes you
Pavia.
better. I'm
Makes him
trying to
better.
remember what they added that was such a great
I
addition.
can't remember either.
Didn't they make a trade? I thought they made a trade with somebody. I could be
Sounds
wrong.
legit.
I don't know. I don't think the Patriots will be as good as they were last year. I think Buffalo, which was above average but not great last year, will be right there.
Same, yeah.
I could see the
Chiefs are going to
Ravens.
improve a lot from what they did last year. I would think.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think they're a contender to win it. The AFC.
The Chiefs,
Maybe a contender, but an outlier. I'll be surprised. It feels like the Broncos, and the Chargers obviously are a team that's heading in the right direction too. The major question to me is C.J. Stroud at Houston, because that defense is so incredibly good. If C.J. Stroud could just be okay when it matters, I think the Texans could win the AFC.
So here's the actual Vegas odds on each conference. The Ravens are the favorite. There's not a lot of separation in the AFC. The Ravens are the favorite at 470. Then it's the Bills at 510. So those are really close together. Then it's the Patriots and Chiefs almost neck and neck, 760 and 770. So those are the top four, and the Chargers are next, followed by the Texans. The Broncos aren't until tied for seventh on the list. For the NFC,
The Broncos are seventh on the list?
tied for seventh. Yep, basically 10-1 odds.
The
Does that
AFC
seem-
West is going to be the most difficult.
Yeah, and maybe that's part
That's
of it.
probably
Does that
it.
seem crazy to you two?
I would have put them a little higher. I'm not as high as you are on them, but they would have been around 4 or 5, not 7 to me. The Rams are an overwhelming favorite in the NFC.
No question.
Then the Seahawks, Eagles, Packers, Lions, 49ers, Bears, and according to this, 8th best odds are the Cowboys. So if you're going by that, they're not a playoff team.
Right there on the edge,
Yep.
yeah. And again, I think the Cowboys have done some good things addressing issues on the defensive side of the ball. They probably will have the best offense in the league. Okay, if not one of the best. I just don't think they're quite there yet with the defense.
The worst teams, according to this, by a lot. The Cardinals.
The Jets,
The Jets are not.
the Raiders,
It's the Dolphins in the AFC.
super fun.
Got too many Cowboys on the Dolphins. Cowboys. Too many Red
Raiders.
Raiders on the Dolphins for that to be fun. Where did Eric Izukama end up? Is he who signed with the Ravens that were
He's
remembered?
in Philly.
Okay, Philly. Oh,
Oh, that's right.
dang it. I remembered he signed with somebody. Dadgummit.
Fly Eagles fly.
I got multiple Red Raiders in Philly, too. This is gross. Why can't my team just sign the people I want them to? Jacob Rodriguez would have looked amazing in a Cowboys uniform.
Would have been a good story.
Logan Hughes was picked one pick after the Rangers to go to my freaking nemesis. I'm not mad.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.